and beautiful moments. From all of us in Morrison Communications Limited, Wish 99.5 FM and Atlantic Television Network, we wish you a Merry Christmas full of amazing experiences. Cheers to a beautiful year end.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of Justice.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank.
POS operator, she said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Back to Open Air Sunday, everyone. Open Air Sunday, Atlantic Television Network Open Air Sunday is one of the network flagship political platforms through which trending political news, events, and stories are discussed with stakeholders. Through these conversations, ATN uses political talks about specific issues, party system, and actors to explore hope and engender positive impact to the society. Today on Open Air Sunday, we take off from Abia State. Appeal Court upholds OT's election as governor.
PDP calls for calm as they explore available options.
Obi seeks synergy with youth to fight corruption.
In Ekiti State, Deputy Governor alerts turnout for council polls.
In Taraba State, NNPP Guber candidate heads to Supreme Court.
In Elections Tribunal, Labour Party raises alarm over INEC's delay in releasing of BVAS.
Federal government set to spend 13.8 billion on maintenance of former heads of states. We'll take a quick break, everyone. When we come back, we'll delve into the conversation around the political sector today. Stay with us.
Place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of Justice.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank.
POS operator, she said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000.
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
It's Christmas season! Hooray! A time to make merry with loved ones, a time to give thanks, and a time to be a blessing. May your holiday season be filled with joy, laughter, and beautiful moments. From all of us in Morrison Communications Limited, Wish 99.5 FM and Atlantic Television Network, we wish you a Merry Christmas full of amazing experiences. Cheers to a beautiful year end.
Representing people.
The appeal court said the appellants failed to demonstrate
That his supporters will be jubilant.
Definitely.
That's not a surprise at all. But what is a surprise is, for me, is looking at the process that brought OT to power. From the contest post-election and Professor OT's position on it, I'm going to uphold the rule of law. Nobody is going to bribe me. I'm not going to do A, B, C, D, and all of that. And finally, he was declared winner of the election. They have gone to, this is not the first time they are going to court. The tribunal has, they've gone to tribunal, they've gone to the appeal right now, ruling has been given. But again, going back, what exactly are you contesting for?
That is the bone of contention, because for starters, you realize that the people sort of love this individual. Before now, he has been involved in philanthropic activities, including scholarships. Even while as a public person, he was doing all that, and his love was demonstrated during the campaigns and during the votings. So these people going to court, first of all, you would understand that they have every right to go to court if they feel disenfranchised or they feel cheated or they feel outmaneuvered by the opposite party or the winner. But just like the court said, them coming to the appeal court is like a comedy skit, because this person joined the party, not as if he was not a member of the Labour Party from the beginning. He joined the Labour Party not because of Peter Obi's public personality, but he joined the party because he had a personality that he feels the people of Abia State love.
Yeah.
He joined the party, contested the primaries, won the primaries. There were no challenges during the primaries. No one challenged his victory as the party flag bearer, and he won. And now the opposition party is saying, you came like this through the back door, you came this, that. They have every right to contest. But why? Is it because they have hopes that the judiciary might just favor them?
I think it's ridiculous. I say it's ridiculous because if you look at them, Abia State, Oti is one man that the people have always wanted, but somehow political permutation, manipulation, if you may, have always denied the people that. Now, what are you going to court for? We're discussing off camera while we were on break some time ago. We're talking about the millions that it costs to
go to court.
That you pay these lawyers for these cases. The Abia State is one case, Abia State's governorship election case, is one case that every right-thinking person knows that nothing is going to come out of that. I mean, how is it, even if you take it to the Supreme Court, like they said they are considering, the Supreme, what exactly do you intend to make out of that? I don't get it, because there's actually no contest. Now, that's on one side. And if you look at Oti as a person and how he emerged, it is clear that he was the people's choice. And as a people's choice, what are you going to court to do? If not for the fact that politicians feel like one way or the other they can manipulate the court system. And it goes back to what we're talking about, using the legal institutions, bodies, the NJC, the NBA, to ensure that they come together and harmonize the process of electoral tribunals and electoral offenses, if you may, and then begin to push for that. I believe they're in position to make that demand, because they are the ones who are being ridiculed by some of these actions that could be tied to INEC and all of that. Because in this particular matter right now, what is it that the PDP intend to make out of it?
They try to follow the process by going to court. I mean, that's what the Electoral Act says. If you feel cheated, you feel disenfranchised, go to court to seek.
I think I'm happy for the lawyers that have made some money.
Oh,
from the
definitely. The lawyers are a set of people who, at the end of the day, we celebrate them, and we have to, as a people, we have to sort of preach to them more, to stand on the principles that makes democracy what it is. But since we're not lawyers, we can't force them to do their jobs. They will do their jobs, and their job is to make sure they pay attention to what their clients want. The client says, I want to go to court. The lawyer might say, please do not go to court because it appears this person has every to court, you might not get it. But then there are some lawyers who will say, even if it's like this, it is possible to kick him out, like we've seen in Kano.
Yep.
Yeah, like we've seen in Kano State and we've seen in some other states. It is possible.
Plateau State.
It is possible to kick them out, and it is the lawyers who probably gave the PDP that confidence to forge ahead.
Of course, because if a lawyer had said, "No, I don't see anything in it," sometimes too, the lawyers would say, "These are the possibilities, these are the issues." But the party, knowing who they know at the top, they remember the APC can do this for me, so they go on and agree to do what they need to do, and at the end of the day, like you said in Kano's case, see how it's panning out. Anyway, the other state chapter of the People's Democratic Party considering next line of action.
Use, but it is just hypocrisy.
Yeah, and then when you talk about asking their supporters to stay calm, who are the supporters that wants to do anything in the first place? The same people you have impoverished for so long, that we're talking about the Abia State governor who is talking about upgrading the salary of
civil
civil service. He's already doing so many work in just few months into office that is clear to the people of Abia State. That's more like it. And nothing came out of that. Take your anger to Okezi Bazu and your party leadership in this Theodore Oji Zokalo and all of. Take it back to them. These are the guys who messed you up. They, as a party, go and restructure. Stop the infighting amongst you. Ahiwe should know better.
To the Millennium Development Goals 2000 to 2015 streamed into the development agenda of government, unlike in other countries like China, India, and Vietnam. This European shows how almost impossible it is to achieve the sustainable development goals of.
That's what Obi has said. But can you get who is his maybe his special assistant on youth empowerment? Look at that. What can we glean from what this is what if an opposition party is not doing anything that promotes the well-being of the people, you have no business being in opposition or calling yourself an opposition.
The truth is, our style of oppositions in Nigeria is very appalling, and even if we don't talk about it, we should at some point in time tell ourselves the truth. Now, you are an opposition and you want to face the government. It is easy to pinpoint those things that they should have done right.